Before you guys finished the regular season, before that Memphis game, Steve Kerr explained in this stretch, you guys had to win 2 out of the next 3 games. So, what are the emotions knowing it's still possible to win 2 out of the next 3 games, but the next one comes with a lot more desperation?
We'll be ready. I mean, right now it sucks. We played pretty well tonight. Missed this type of environment. It was a lot of fun, high intensity, high competitive level. It's proud of everybody that stepped foot on the floor tonight. Um, but how we played, they made a run in the third quarter. We turned the ball over and changed the game, but still gave ourselves a chance to win. And that's all we were worried about, for the last 48 hours. Walk in the locker room, guys are upset, angry, frustrated. We didn't get the job done. But to your question, we'll be ready for Friday, knowing it's kind of treat it like a regular season where you have to move on pretty quickly to a different team that we just beat and know that they're going to come in with the same desperation we're going to have. And, biggest game of the year.
What did you think about LeBron's game winning three? You're somebody who sinks those shots. You know what that feels like.
It's a great shot. Broken play. I sunk in thinking, he was kind of out of play, and they found him. He got his balance just in time and knocked it down. So, um, that was a tough one because you don't really expect it to go in. You expect us to get the rebound, come down in transition, have a possession to take the lead, but everything changes when it goes in. All time great players make great shots. It's what happens. No different tonight, but it's a tough one.
Next question is from Anthony Slater.
Which plays in that second half, in that fourth, will you kind of rethink? What were kind of the backbreakers?
Mostly the third quarter. I know we had a lot of turnovers, and we fouled 4 times in the first 2 minutes almost. And that changed the dynamic of the game. It's not a specific play. It's just the flow was interrupted by not getting shot attempts, them getting free throws, and they got life. Like I said, that was a tough stretch. We knew they were a great team, so they're going to make a run. You can't give them help in that situation. But we still had a chance, tie a game with a minute 20 left. And it can go kind of either way. That's really the marking of a playoff type game when you look back and it might not have been pretty. You think you could have played better, especially in third quarter to step on the throat, but you still have a chance. And, ball bounce, our way. Last minute and a half, it's a different vibe, but it didn't. So we got to take that pill, swallow it, and move on. That's kind of it.
Next question is from Marcus Thompson.
Steph, your guy, Jordan Poole, had some pretty big moments. He tried to dunk on LeBron. He had a really good look in the corner. How encouraged are you, not necessarily by the results, but by his confidence and aggressiveness in a game like that?
We talked about that the last 2 days. Everybody has to be aggressive. Don't be afraid of the moment. It's going to feel different. It's going to be a different intensity, but be aggressive, be you, and that's what he did. I like the fact he took those shots. I like the fact he tried to run at the rim and, just show that he's fearless in those moments, and that goes a long way. For a young guy to be put in this position where you're playing 27 minutes in a must-win type of atmosphere. So carry that to Friday, carry that hopefully to a playoff round. And, for him, Mike, Juan, knowing they're the only guys right now, maybe EP gets in there off the bench that are playing in our rotation. They have to play well. There's pressure with that, but there's also a freedom knowing that you're going to get an opportunity, so take advantage of it.
And was that the best you felt shooting the ball in a while at Staples? Did it feel good to get a game like that under your belt?
I definitely knew my numbers the last whatever so games. It was tough to get some attempts away at Eric Garden, but made some big ones. Um, be nice if we make it back here round 2 or whatever it shapes out to be.
Nick Friedel, ESPN.com.
Steph, you and Steve have praised the confidence of the group all season. You and Draymond play 41 minutes each. So what gives you the confidence now that you guys will be able to bounce back emotionally, given the way this game ended and given the game is coming so quickly Friday?
We've had to do it the last 20 games, so it's no different. It is a win or go home scenario, but we've had a high confidence and put together a string of wins, and then had a tough loss and had to bounce back. So we've been there. I'm obviously very familiar with Memphis, understanding what it's going to take to beat those guys again. Nice to be at home in front of our fans, take advantage of the moment, and just have fun with it. Don't put too much pressure on yourself thinking you got to be perfect, you got to make every shot, you got to choreograph what you're doing with the ball every possession. They're going to score, it's going to happen, there's going to be ebbs and flows, but we're a good team right now that knows how to compete and carry that same identity into Friday, come out swinging.
To follow up real quickly on what Kareth asked you, as a guy who's hit so many demoralizing shots, what does it feel like being out there when you're a few feet away and you see the ball coming in from 30 feet and it goes down?
Well, I've seen it before. About 5 years ago, I know what it's like. So this one I was a little further away, so I ain't feel too bad about it.
Jason Dumas, Cron Ford.
Hey, Steph, you kind of alluded to it earlier, and I'm going to consider this a playoff game. I know it's a play-in, but, you had like a one-season hiatus, not playing in the playoff game. How did it feel to be back out there in a high-stakes moment? I know a guy, of your caliber, these are the moments you live for. So you're out there with Dre in this moment. How did it feel just being back in high-stakes basketball again?
It was awesome. I mean, I don't know how many fans are here, but the prep leading into the game, film study, the walkthroughs, our practice, the level of focus and intensity was amazing. And to your point, I was even telling Jordan Bell on the bench in the middle of the third quarter, like, I missed this. It's been almost 2 years since the finals that we were here in a game that had those type of consequences, and it's what you live for. It's
where you got the 3 off and what you saw as it went up?
Well, the first thing I did when KCP kicked it out, I looked at the shot clock. I saw it was I had to get it up, at least get up on the rim. Second thing I saw was 3 rims. From being poked in the eye on that previous possession when I drove to the hole and then in transition. So I just aimed for the middle one. I practice enough. I work on, my game, and I was able to the man above, and through a lot of practice, I was able to drain it.
We saw the respected exchange between you and AD and Steph and Draymond after the game. What did it take in that second half? What was the adjustment for you guys to match up what they had been putting out to create that lead?
We just had to bring the fight to the fight. They was ready to fight, and we tried to, eat into the game a little bit. It's been a while since we've been in postseason. It's been a while since we had one of those type of, those energy, effort, every possession count games. And, I feel like they've been playing, kind of playoff basketball for quite a while. So we had to catch up to that. But once we made the adjustment in the second half, we was able to take the fight to them and make a game out of it.
Dave?
LeBron, you weren't a fan of the play-in tournament. We're pretty clear about that. But the history of the NBA and what the spectacle of drawing fans to the NBA means. What do you think about it after tonight's game?
When I was asked about it, I told you how I felt. You guys asked me a few days ago how I feel, and I said I'm ready to go. I said later, where the chips lay where they may, and so, I showed up and we showed up and we was ready to play.
Bill?
LeBron, where are you at physically? Not just, what all happened on that play where Draymond fouled you? You were down for a while. Was it only the eye? Were you hurting in a few spots? How did you come out of the game in regard to that play and then also with your ankle?
I'm good. I told you guys I was good. I'm good. It's the most minutes I've played in a long time, and I didn't feel anything on that play. Draymond, is either a finger or a thumb or whatever, went directly into my eye, and that's why I was down. So I was just, making sure I was okay, making sure I wasn't bleeding, making sure I could see a little bit at least, so I could finish the game.
And
sorry, LeBron, I was muted. Can you kind of take us through sort of the mood at halftime of this game, and what changed most, you think, for you guys early in the third?
Duz and Smooth pretty much got on our ass at halftime. Smooth is Keith Morris, if you don't know who Smooth is, but they got on us, just told us that, we got to pick this shit up. They brought the fight to our building, and we got to bring it right back. And, when guys like that, speak, you listen. We took it to heart, didn't take it personal. We just took it with us, and we improved our effort in the second half.
Kyle?
LeBron, I know you're obviously going to do a lot of research on Phoenix coming up, but what's it mean off the top to just be in a series with Chris and go against him in the playoffs for the first time in your careers?
It's a beautiful thing. Our journeys, we've been playing this game at such a high level for a long time, and I've always rooted for him, for D-Wade, for Melo to succeed, and got an opportunity to play against Melo in the playoffs a few times. I never got the opportunity to play against D-Wade in the postseason, but we played, obviously has a great 4-year run in Miami, and so it's going to be pretty cool just to be on the same floor and competing. One of the most fierce competitors that this game has had over his career, and look forward to the matchup.
We've got time for 2 more. BT?
What's up, Brian?
What's going on, B?
I mean, you guys got a lot of contributions tonight, but Alex Caruso always seems to step into big games and take off you guys. What is it about him that makes him be able to do that?
His attention to detail. He's just smart, very, very smart, know what we want to do. Always in the right place at the right time. And, he just makes plays. Makes plays. Some of them show up in the box score, some of them don't, but tonight they definitely showed up in the box score. He pretty much carried us in the first half offensively, and we just had to match him in the second half.
Last question, Mark Medina.
Hey, LeBron, what jumps out to you this season on how you guys have handled all the different forms of adversity and also tonight, and what do you think that means moving forward in the playoffs?
Well, only time will tell, but, it was good to get that first punch. They say everybody, let's say Mike Tyson always said everybody got a plan until you get in the ring and you get punched. So we did that, and it felt good. It felt great. It settled us. Wasn't comfortable, but it settled us, and we was able to bring the fight to them. So, we're looking forward to, what's going to be in store, for the postseason. So, and we got one postseason game under our belt. We look forward to the next one.